Right now at 5, a major resource for the LGBTQ community reducing its hours during one of the most crucial times of the year. Find out why they made the decision and the other resources available.
And a woman accused of driving through a Festival of Lights display in Chippewa Falls has a court appearance today, which she's being charged with.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
One of the men accused of participating in a violent armed break-in back in January was in Chippewa County Court this morning.
24-year-old Elijah Johnson is charged with felony counts of armed robbery, substantial battery with the intent of bodily harm, use of a dangerous weapon, and false imprisonment. He is also charged with misdemeanor counts of theft and criminal damage to property. In Chippewa County Court this morning, Johnson's lawyer requested to schedule a plea hearing.
Johnson is out of bail on a $2,500 cash bond. The region saw some cooler temperatures yesterday. I actually didn't make it outside today. I had too many projects inside.
I actually did. What I'm learning when I moved up here is to wear layers. So I got outside for a run. It was nice and sunny, not too windy as it was yesterday.
Okay, well that's good.
Well, usually in December you don't have to worry about layers. You usually have one big layer on, but this time of year we just haven't been dealing with it. So yeah, we had warmer temperatures today, milder temperatures, but that southerly wind in the morning actually kept the wind chill a little bit down. That's why it didn't make it quite feel as warm as it could be, but current temperatures right now are around freezing to 35, so really typical temperatures you would see in December. About a jump about 10 to 12 degrees once again today compared to yesterday. Unfortunately, like I said, that wind kind of was keeping up those wind chills in the morning. They have dropped off this afternoon, but still in the south, which is a good thing to have. Otherwise, big picture shows you just some cloud cover beginning to push overhead with a little system to the north, and then there's a front to the west. Right now, we just have a lot of cloud cover beginning to approach from the west and milder conditions, but for this evening, really not too bad for this time for December. It's getting back down to 31 degrees with that south wind, just a light wind. Same story for Eau Claire, getting back down to around 30 degrees with on and off high clouds out there, but all in all, not a bad December evening. As we count down, we have 2 days left before Christmas. Unfortunately, it's not going to feel anywhere near like Christmas or winter, as we have rain and maybe 50s coming back in time for Christmas. So I'll break all that down a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you. The Seven Rivers LGBTQ Center in La Crosse has announced a restructuring of its staff, impacting the community. The center says the move is necessary due to current financial constraints. Seven Rivers gets a majority of its funding from individual support from local businesses and organizations. And with these challenging economic times, the center has made the unfortunate decision to reduce their staff, which will impact its hours. But with the holidays being a particularly difficult time for the LGBTQ community, the center wants you to know there are other resources you can take advantage of if you are in need.
It would be great if we had some, we do have some monthly donors. Those are folks that, you know, we know we always have this amount of money every month. Getting more of those monthly donors is really helpful. Also, that if there are people out there that would like to volunteer at the center, we do have a board member that's going to take on the grant writing, but he could use a committee of folks to help with grant writing.
Now, while the Trans Lifeline is temporarily closed as well, the Thrive Lifeline, the Trevor Project, Reach Services and Resource Center, the PRISM program are all available this time of year to help those who feel they are in a crisis. For a list of full resources, we've posted a link on our social media platforms.
A Chippewa Falls woman arrested last week after an incident in Irvine Park appeared in county court earlier today. 32-year-old Ebony Hudson drove into fences and park displays at their Christmas Village display last Wednesday morning. Police claim Hudson rammed into the wooden fence near the main entrance several times before hitting a Parks Department vehicle. Hudson was taken to Chippewa County Jail for second-degree recklessly endangering safety, reckless driving, and criminal damage to property.
A woman is in custody tonight after a lengthy standoff with Galesville police early this morning. According to Galesville PD, officers responded to a disturbance call at the Sonic Motel just after 12:30. After officers arrived, the woman barricaded herself inside of a building and began making verbal threats. When the woman finally opened the door, she began waving a knife before going back inside. A Trempealeau County deputy was able to negotiate with the woman, who then came out unarmed. She suffered minor injuries after being tased by officers before being taken into custody. Galesville has not released the charges she is facing.
Senate Bill 4 was signed by Texas Governor Greg Abbott on Monday, but the law does not take effect until March of 2024.
The law will give local law enforcement the power to arrest and order illegal immigrants to leave the U.S. El Paso's top prosecutor, District Attorney Bill Hicks, is convinced the new rules will never make it off paper.
Yes, I'm all for it, and I hope it works out.
It's not a situation or a matter for local police.
Governor Greg Abbott putting pen to paper today for Senate Bill 4, which gives local authorities the green light to arrest people they suspect are in Texas illegally. The new law doesn't take effect until March.
SB 4 is a very complicated subject.
But El Paso District Attorney Bill Hicks is convinced it won't even get to that point.
I think that it's very reasonable to anticipate that there's going to be a federal lawsuit and an injunction which will prevent any state prosecutor from being able to prosecute those cases.
Hicks adding he thinks that injunction could leave it up to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals and get shot down. But if it doesn't, Hicks says SB 4 cases will not take priority out of the about 30,000 cases he says comes into his office a year, which on average he can only process about a third of.
I have to devote my resources to where we're going to be serving the victims of serious crimes, murders, aggravated assault, domestic violence, DWIs, assault victim family violence cases where we have serious people here in our community being injured.
That's something one El Pasoan tells me she believes is important.
And I feel like it's going to take away from what we have here going on. And, as far as like resources in the jail systems are already screwed up.
Well, this man says more border security is needed, and this is one way to do it.
I think it's helpful because, it'll protect our borders. Abbott's got great ideas.
What you're going to see, unfortunately, again, is an impact on our citizens, on our taxpayers.
We're also hearing from El Paso County Sheriff Richard Wiles on the new law. In a press conference last month, he says he is against SB 4 because it would mostly impact jail capacity.
If we see a huge number of people being booked under that new law, we can reduce our federal population and fill those beds because state inmates are our first responsibility.
Back here at home, winter is a time to think about the wildlife living in the Coulee region. With colder temperatures during the season, animals tend to try and hunker down for warmth. Today, Friends of the Refuge held a free event to bring awareness and support to the animals by making pinecone reindeer and owl ornaments. Those who showed up were also treated to hot cocoa and tea.
It's a really nice opportunity at this time of year to have that chance to take a break and be a little slower at a time of year when it feels like everything is so busy.
The meeting was held at the Upper Mississippi River National Wildlife and Fish Refuge Center in Onalaska. The event was free and open to the public.
Just ahead, counting the casualties.
The rising number of deaths after the largest earthquake in over a decade hits China. We'll have more on this next.
All the best mattresses are under one roof at PM Sleep Center. Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest Black, Stearns & Foster, Sealy Posturepedic, and Serta Eye Comfort. Your best night's sleep starts at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 30 years.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or all in a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers up to $18 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Menards is celebrating Ryan Blaney's NASCAR Championship with 12% off everything till Christmas. Free up your hands while you work or make jogging safer with this LED headlamp. It's weather resistant, adjustable and lightweight. Right now just $6.99 after 12% off. Don't forget to stock up on Duracell Copper Top alkaline batteries. They're dependable with a long-lasting 12-year storage guarantee. Pick up a 16-pack today. $10.99 after 12% off.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
The year-end sales event is going on now at Osseo Ford and Fountain City Ford. We have over 50 in-stock F-150s with discounted supplier pricing and great financing through the end of the year. Get 2.9% financing for 66 months on every new F-150 and $2,250 in rebates on XLT and Lariats. And get supplier discount pricing on every in-stock F-150. Plus, we have over 100 new Fords in stock. Supplier discount pricing and low financing ends soon, only at Osseo Ford and Fountain City Ford.
All the best mattresses are under one roof at PM Sleep Center. Tempur-Pedic, Beautyrest Black, Stearns & Foster, Sealy Posturepedic, and Serta iComfort. Your best night's sleep starts at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 30 years.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In China this morning, a powerful earthquake has killed more than 120 people and injured hundreds more. Survivors were left outside in below freezing weather while rescuers dug through the wreckage.
The 6.2 magnitude quake hit the Gansu region, a remote and mountainous part of northwest China. Elizabeth Palmer has more on the country's deadliest quake in more than a decade.
Security footage from inside a Gansu restaurant shows everything was normal until the quake struck. At a minute to midnight, customers and staff ran for their lives. Throughout the night, rescue workers combed through the wreckage of collapsed buildings, pulling those they could reach to safety and handing out coats and blankets to survivors stranded in the bitter cold. Cell phone video shows the damage to one family home, but at least it didn't collapse. In this poor rural area of northwestern China, many buildings did, killing or injuring the people asleep inside. China mobilized its military, and all day Tuesday, soldiers joined the search for survivors. They cleared rubble and handed out tents and food while heavy equipment worked to clear landslides. Another deadly earthquake hit this region in 2010, and local people know from experience that as the rescue operation continues, the number of dead and injured is bound to rise. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, Tokyo.
Officials say around 2,200 emergency personnel have been dispatched for emergency rescue efforts and are working to prevent secondary disasters because of the high altitude region.
Explosions, fire, and plumes of smoke were seen rising over several locations in the Hamas-run Gaza Strip this morning as Israel continues its fight against the militant group. Israeli missiles and airstrikes on the Rafah area in southern Gaza struck 3 houses, killing at least 20 Palestinians. The Gaza Health Ministry said on Monday nearly 20,000 Palestinians had been killed and over 52,000 wounded in the Israeli assault on the Hamas-ruled enclave. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to achieve total victory over Hamas. Coming up, a successful takeoff in Texas.
A rocket leaving the launch pad and safely coming back to Earth. The company behind the rocket and what it was carrying that makes it unique.
We're going well above average again for temperatures. We're going to be approaching the mid-50s maybe for Christmas, but we also got some wet weather to go with it. I'll break down when to expect the wet weather and when to expect those warmer temperatures coming up on your first warm weather update after the break.
All the training is done here on site. You are paired up with a trainer and they will be showing you all the different processes that we do here on site. If you have the desire to grow, we have the tools necessary and the training programs necessary for you to succeed.
The countdown to Christmas is on, and Blaine's Farm and Fleet is your one-stop shop for all things holiday. Finish your shopping for less with great gifts at great prices for everyone on your list. Like heated vehicle seat cushions or blankets, just $19.99. Shop select DeWalt power tools, $99. And these special buy pet beds, just $29.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. Plus, Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift cards always make perfect gifts.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Help spread the love to those who need it most.
At Chilson Subaru, during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. When you choose a Subaru from Chilson Subaru, you are getting more than just a new vehicle. You are a part of something special. Spread the love this holiday season and feel the joy of giving back. Go to ChilsonSubaru.com to learn more.
We're ending 2023 with a bang at the King Furniture Total Renovation Sale. Additional markdowns have been taken on hundreds of in-stock items. As we prepare for the new year, over $2 million of quality name brand furniture at incredible prices. Like these Lazy Boy recliners, starting at just $299. Queen mattresses starting at $349. Reclining sofas starting at an incredible $699. And so much more. Don't miss the King Furniture Total Renovation Sale.
Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
I started in the shipping department. What I like best about Pilgrims is the fact that if you put the time and energy in to the company and yourself, the company will acknowledge that and invest in you as well. Pilgrims is more than a job, it's a career path.
Telling the stories of our community. We're always on and where you can find us. News 8 Now. Expect more.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
While some cities across the Northeast are drying out following Monday's powerful storm, heavy flooding continues to impact homes and businesses in Paterson, New Jersey.
But officials say the Passaic River is expected to crest possibly sometime today, which could send more water into the already flooded parts of Paterson and other areas in northern New Jersey.
Blue Origin, the Jeff Bezos-founded space tourism company, launched an unmanned tourist rocket into space today in West Texas.
That's right. The New Shepard took off with 33 science and research payloads, as well as 38,000 postcards from the nonprofit Club for the Future. The launch marks the first successful launch after a botched mission last year stalled the New Shepard program.
New Shepard reached a maximum altitude of more than 351,000 feet. It touched back down to Earth about 7.5 minutes after launch.
New Shepard was originally supposed to launch on Monday, but was canceled due to what Blue Origin described as a ground system issue.
So we had a little bit of a cool down yesterday, but this month in general has really been above average temperature-wise. And a warm-up trend looks like it'll continue as this week progresses, Greg.
Yeah, we're on our way up. Tomorrow will be in the 40s. Pretty soon we'll be in almost the 50s here. But overnight tonight should be not as cold as we had here. We're looking at 20s, which is above average to where we should be. But tomorrow we're going to see a lot more sun, just passing high clouds. Especially we'll see more cloud cover towards the afternoon. Kind of get a little bit of a cold front that kind of slides south. So more of an easterly wind up to the north. That'll provide more cloud cover in the afternoon. Most of the rest of the area, you'll just see some high clouds begin to increase towards the afternoon and evening. But overall, temperatures will get up into the 40s for most locations. And this time tomorrow will still be in the 30s. And this cloud cover is going to persist into Thursday morning. We'll even keep those temperatures warmer. Really, all this cloud covers this system out to the west. So this continues to send waves our way. And really what we're going to see more than anything through Wednesday into Thursday is cloud cover. Although the system to the south will bring a few showers up into the area. Here's a system to the west. That'll bring a little bit of a shower activity as we go Thursday night into Friday morning. Won't be a lot. The stronger with the systems will stay to the south, but that'll provide a little bit of cloud cover and showers as we go into Friday. Once again, the warmer temperatures will be the big thing. Then we go and our focus is going into the weekend, which still looks to be wet as we approach Christmas. Saturday looks fine. We'll have that departing system. Sunday will start off dry, and then that one that'll lift to the north, this low, will begin to spread. Warmer temperatures, east-southeast wind, and then the rain will start pushing into the area late Sunday. It looks right now Sunday night into Christmas is especially going to be the wettest period right now. Probably going to be likely to see light rain. As you notice, the snow amount or snow is actually well to the north and west as we go into Monday into Tuesday. The question becomes, then we get to Tuesday, is whether we get any cold air enough to change some of this rain to snow come Tuesday, or does the system completely fall apart and we just get cloud cover? That's yet to be known, but it does look like we're going to have wet conditions, at least somewhat, continuing past Christmas, potentially maybe into Wednesday. So you look at this as kind of the rain amounts and or snow as you go further north. Right now this may be on the low end. We may be approaching 1 inch in a lot of areas, but as you look at what we're breaking it down with rainy Christmas Eve, Christmas night, that looks pretty good bet. Rain could change, chances continue Tuesday, maybe even to Wednesday with the system sitting and falling apart. And there's a lot of questions still on if we're going to see any rain to snow turnover that would occur maybe Tuesday. Now, could travel issues right now, I don't see that as a big deal, but right now we'll probably see just wet roads and mild temperatures, as we already spoke about. Temperatures could be approaching 25, maybe even higher as we go into this weekend. As you can see, it just continues all the way through Christmas Eve, and on Christmas Day, we're looking at maybe record temperatures, especially the overnight lows staying above 40, and the daytimes potentially in the 50s, but it will be wet, and that'll continue even past Christmas. We're not seeing any cold air. But for tomorrow, we'll get back above average. Most areas will be in the 40s around La Crosse. Further south, we'll probably look in maybe the mid-40s with plenty of sunshine, lighter winds, cloud cover increases towards the afternoon. Up to the north, similar story at Whitehall, 42, with once again warmer conditions. And further north, we might see a little bit more cloud cover, and that east wind will maybe keep some of these temperatures in the upper 30s, but overall it still should be nice conditions. And then as we go into the next few days, temperatures just start jumping up. We do have that rain chance Thursday night into early Friday, just a very light chance. And then the wet conditions really kick in as we go into Christmas Eve through Christmas. But notice those temperatures, 53, but the overnight lows, mid-40s.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy
some
stuff.
of those could be some records of being too warm at night.
Yeah.
Here,
So-
this would be a new record for me. I don't think I've ever experienced a rainy Christmas. Have
Not
you guys?
once, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably been a couple.
There's been, you got to go back in a few years, nothing like this warm of temperatures, but yeah, it's been kind
I
of
don't think they have them in Texas. It's unheard of. It's hot.
Well, here you go.
Okay.
Thanks, Greg. Well, remembering former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor
The
today.
dignitaries gathering in the nation's capital to honor her legacy and the history she made while behind the bench.
The Board Store Home Improvements family wishes you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Visit soon to plan your 2024 home improvement project. It's never too early to dream.
Winter is here. And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we help you get the settlement you deserve to put your life back on track.
It's the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Chrysler Winona. Enjoy big year-end savings on all our most popular models. A new 23 Ram 1500 EcoDiesel up to $16,500 off MSRP. Or a new 24 Laramie Crew Cab with a Hemi, $10,000 off. New 23 Heavy Duties up to $18,500 off sticker. Looking for a new Jeep? Enjoy 10% rebate on all new Compass and Grand Cherokee models, saving up to $7,500 after discounts. So see us today at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Maury's VW in Onalaska has teamed up with the Salvation Army to present the Maury's VW Fill the Sleigh event. Show up with a new toy of value to donate, and Maury's VW will instantly give you $1,000 off your new 2024 Volkswagen purchase. Choose from our large selections of in-stock inventory, including the VW Tiguan, Taos, Atlas, Jetta, Golf, or RTN. Maury's VW Fill the Sleigh event, going on now through December 31st. Maury's VW Onalaska.
With Bygoff and Rohde, you don't just get a lawyer, you get the experience and power of our entire team of lawyers, paralegals, legal assistants, and researchers. Bygoff and Rohde, Wisconsin's personal injury law firm for over 50 years.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The justices of the Supreme Court joined President Biden and the family of Sandra Day O'Connor inside Washington National Cathedral.
They gathered today to say a final goodbye to the first woman to sit on the U.S. Supreme Court. Nominated by President Ronald Reagan in 1981, the moderate conservative from Arizona served for more than 2 decades, 12 of those years as the only woman. She retired in 2006.
She was a force of nature. She willed things into action. People had a very hard time saying no to her.
She had nice things to say, but ended by noting that the only problem was I didn't wear a skirt.
Her biographer noted that O'Connor was the deciding vote in 330 cases, including 2 upholding and affirming Roe v. Wade.
But she didn't like being called the swing vote, saying the term sounded fickle.
Well, picking out a live Christmas tree is still a holiday tradition for some Americans, but in recent decades, Christmas trees have become a lot less real. According to a survey from the American Christmas Tree Association, 77% of Americans who display a Christmas tree say they opt for an artificial one. The shift to fake trees has been steady since the mid-90s and spiked in 2021.
According to the Real Christmas Tree Board, the natural Christmas tree industry has been in a slow decline over 40 to 50 years. Oregon is the country's top producer of natural Christmas trees, but between 2005 and 2020, the total number of tree farms in Oregon plummeted from nearly 1,600 to just under 500.
You end up getting a real one this year, though?
I did. I have since I've moved to the Midwest. I chop it down typically, not this year, but I did get a real one. For the past 5 years, a real one. Yep.
Very good. All right, a traditionalist. We'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back. And of course, Greg will have one more check of your forecast.
We're celebrating 100 years of business here at Wesco and Sparta. 100 years of furniture, 100 years of appliances, 100 years of mattresses, 100 years of flooring and windows. We'd like to say thank you to our customers by giving up to 23% off everything in the store. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Thank you from 1923 to 2023, and tell them Peyton sent you.
This year, let Ford make the holidays bright. Go over any type of terrain with Ford Bronco Sport.
Hey, Dad.
How's the weather?
All good.
And the Ford Explorer with available seating for 7. And with power on demand in the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning, well, that's how Ford is making the holidays bright.
For a limited time only, get 1-9 financing for 66 months on select Ford SUVs, plus an extra $1,000, totaling $3,250 flex by cash.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers up to $18 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Does your pet show signs of an irritated mouth like bad breath or abnormal chewing habits? The most common emergency that Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics sees is a painful tooth that owners are seldom aware of. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen today to schedule a free dental exam. 608-526-2200, because nobody likes a sore tooth.
Look what you made me do.
Are you flirting with
No one will ever
Give me
love
your
you.
password.
This is all your fault.
I swear this will never happen again.
There's no excuse for any type of abuse. Family and Children's Center in Vernon County offers hope and healing from intimate partner violence. If you or someone you know is in danger, call, email, or stop by today.
All right, if we got the package coming out, because we're still on that, well, that kind of skipped across that. But anyway, we're going to be in the 40 degrees tomorrow. Should be plenty of sunshine, and then we climb back up into the 50s. And once again, the wet conditions really come in Christmas Eve. But notice those temperatures.
Yeah,
Quite mild.
they're not bad.
Thanks for joining us at 5.
We'll see you at 6.